You know, there's this point in your 50s, you're still active, you still can move, you still can go do the things you want to do, but it feels a little different, doesn't it? Like just getting up from the chair after a nice dinner with your wife can feel like a strain. Joints hurt a little differently now. And you get to this point where it's like, oh, maybe I should slow down a little bit. And I think there's like two paths you can take it. One is you think about retirement, maybe sit around and watch a little bit more TV. You just become less active. And that's a perfectly fine path for many people. Or you can do something slightly different, which is to try to ramp things up and take control of your life. Almost change the vector of where you're going. And that's sort of what I did when I started this year. I started my 1,000-mile man challenge to walk, run, or hike 1,000 miles. I just crossed 300 miles for the year. I'm a third of the way there. No, not quite a third. I'm sorry. Not a third of the way there. But I have a confession to make. With the honeymoon period of this, like, I don't know, health rebirth for me, I think it's over. I want to quit. Yesterday, I took a full day off and it felt great. What do I do now? It's probably a good idea to address where I'm at today. I started January, hit the trail hard, and built up a nice little reserve. Well, we're in mid to late April now, and I have no room for error anymore. The doldrums have set in. The reality of this has set in, and it's both exciting and daunting at the same time. It's sort of like AI, I think, both exciting and scary at the same time. You've noticed the last couple of videos have all been negative about sort of wanting to quit or sort of I hit a rough patch or whatever. And I look back and I go, oh, that's not good. Like that's telling me something, and I want to change that dynamic. I want to flip the script to some degree, and but it feels like those demons are getting louder in my head, and they're trying to take over. And like yesterday was like so easy to, it's like, oh, AI says the rest. Oh, I'm gonna take a full day rest on the couch, and like that is old Mark for sure. And I want to put that guy to pasture. If I'm gonna survive the next 700 miles of this journey, it's not about just weight loss for me. It's got to be a structural rebuild. And looking at the data this morning tells me something very specific. It tells me that my body composition is still out of whack. Granted, it's made huge changes from where I started. If I just look at body fat percentage or skeletal muscle, right now I'm inverted. I've got more body fat percentage than skeletal muscle. Now, that ratio has changed significantly. I'm almost 1-to-1, which is great now. I need to get more muscle than fat. So right now I'm focused on how do I get my skeletal muscle percentage above 30% and my body fat percentage below 30%. Close on both, very close. And that's going to be I think the thing that's going to push me to be more efficient in how I get through this next 700 miles. All right, so what can we do to change all this? What can we do to flip it a little bit? And so I was doing this kettlebell workout for the last month or so, which was like basically it's 3 exercises. I do each exercise 3 times, but I did 30 reps of each exercise for the most part. What I've learned now is that actually is using your weight training as actually cardio, and it doesn't really allow your muscle to build. So I'm going to try to switch something up between now and the end of the month. I'm going to see if it maybe makes a little bit of a change. And I'm actually going to do less reps, heavier weight. I went and bought a heavier kettlebell, and see if I can just really slow down the movement more and be more intentional about that weight training. For me, the big goal is 1,000 miles. I try to break it down into monthly goals, which is about 87 miles a month. And then if I break that then even further, it's about 2.7 miles a day. So thinking about that on a daily or monthly basis has really been helpful for me. Right now, I'm not on my goal for April. I'm behind, slightly behind. I'm eating into the great work I did in January and February to get ahead, but that's okay. I'm going to be fine with that because it's going to keep me on track. And so we're just going to keep pushing. What are you doing to adjust? I'd love to know so it can help me, but also help others out there to see like, how do you adjust when you're feeling a little bit unmotivated or need a little push? So I'd love to hear from you. And hopefully I'll see you out there on the trail.